This week has brought a series of developments that could affect the finances of millions of state pension recipients across the United Kingdom, and many retirees still have no idea these changes are unfolding. One concerns the future of the triple lock and what it could mean for next year's pension increase. Another involves growing confusion about the age at which people can actually claim their state pension, with thousands discovering their retirement timetable is not what they expected. A third development is quietly drawing more pensioners closer to the tax system than ever before. As the full new state pension continues to rise while tax thresholds remain frozen, many retirees are finding that even a modest amount of additional income could have consequences they never anticipated. And there is a fourth issue that receives far less attention than it deserves: simple administrative mistakes. Outdated records and missed notifications continue to delay payments and create problems for people who believed everything was already in order. The reality is that these are not distant policy debates taking place in Westminster. They are changes that could directly affect your weekly income, your retirement plans, and the amount of money you keep in your pocket over the months ahead. Today, I'm going to break down all four developments in plain English, explain what they actually mean for your personal circumstances, and show you the practical steps that you can take right now to avoid costly surprises. Before we begin, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Pension rules, tax rules, and benefit rules are changing faster than many people realize, and staying informed has never been more important. Let's start with the latest triple lock forecast and the hidden catch that many headlines are leaving out. Section 1. The 2027 triple lock shift. Let us start with the updated forecast for your income increase next year. Every April, the state pension rises under the triple lock, the government's commitment to increase payments by whichever is highest CPI inflation average wage growth, or 2.5%. In April 2026, we saw an uplift of 4.8%, which took the full new state pension to £241.30 per week. While early 2026 inflation was modest, the signals emerging this month have shifted the picture considerably. Financial forecasters and the Bank of England have revised inflation projections upward due to ongoing global energy instability. Models now suggest that if current energy price trajectories continue, a CPI inflation could reach as high as 6.2% by the start of 2027. What does this mean for your wallet? If inflation remains high through September, the April 2027 increase will be substantial in pound terms, potentially adding over £500 to your annual income. However, here is the catch that the headlines often ignore. A higher triple lock increase only happens because the cost of your groceries, energy, and council tax is rising even faster. A larger increase is better than a small one, but it confirms that the squeeze on your purchasing power is set to intensify through the coming winter. You must prepare your household budget now, because what the government gives with one hand, the broader retail economy is already taking away with the other. Section 2. The state pension age crisis. The second piece of news is an official warning issued this June regarding the transition from age 66 to 67. This transition is now live and will continue until April 2028. What makes this dangerous for those approaching retirement is that the increase is not a single leap, it is a gradual month-by-month shift. If you were born between the 6th of April 1960 and the 5th of March 1961, your state pension age falls somewhere between 66 and 67. For example, people born in May, June and July of 1960 are reaching their precise state pension age right now this month. The warning is clear: do not assume your pension starts on your 66th birthday. If you retire from work too early based on the wrong date, you could face months without any income. You must check your exact date using the State Pension Age Calculator on gov.uk. If your invitation letter from the DWP has arrived, act on it immediately. If you have already passed your date and haven't claimed, you can ask for up to 12 months of backdated payments by calling the pension service on 0800 731 7898. Do not assume the government will automatically deposit this money into your account. The onus is entirely on you to initiate the claim, or those eligible months of backdated wealth could be permanently lost to the state archives. I want to pause here for a moment. Have you checked your state pension age recently and found it was later than you expected? Or have you noticed your local high street prices rising again this month? Let me know in the comments below. Your real-world reports help this community understand the true cost of living across the United Kingdom right now. Sharing your experiences allows us to map out which areas are facing the steepest spikes in practical household costs. Section 3. The Institute for Fiscal Studies Report. The third update involves a significant report from the Institute for Fiscal Studies, which has reignited the debate in Westminster. The IFS concluded this week that the triple lock has cost 3 times more than originally forecast and is pushing state pension spending up by 1.6% of GDP. While the triple lock remains current government policy, you must watch for signs of it being modified. Westminster is now discussing using smoothed averages of earnings rather than a single year's peak. This would technically maintain the lock while reducing the value of your future increases. Staying informed on this political debate is vital for anyone whose long-term financial security depends on these annual uplifts. If the structural definition of the lock changes, your long-term retirement planning spreadsheet must change along with it to prevent a shortfall in your later senior years. Section 4. The HMRC Simple Assessment Trap. Finally, we must address the most immediate threat, the income tax trap. Analysis published on the 11th of June confirms that millions of pensioners are now entering the tax net for the first time in their lives. The full new state pension for 2026 to 27 totals £12,547.60 per year, leaving a narrow gap of just £22.40 before you hit the frozen personal allowance threshold of £12,570. This means if you have any other income at all, even a tiny private pension or a few pounds of savings interest, you officially cross the line and owe income tax to HMRC. Because the DWP pays your pension in full without tax being deducted at source, the revenue will now collect this tax by sending you a simple assessment letter. HMRC issued over 1.3 million of these demand letters recently, and that number is set to explode as the gap between the rising pension rate and the frozen tax threshold practically vanishes. If a brown envelope arrives from the revenue, do not ignore it. You have until the 31st of January following the end of the tax year to pay or challenge the bill. If you believe your tax calculations or codes are wrong, do not hesitate. Call HMRC on 0300 200 3300. In summary, prepare for an inflation-driven triple lock increase in 2027. Verify your precise state pension age on gov.uk today, and keep a close watch for simple assessment letters as your combined income crosses the frozen tax-free threshold. These basic checks are completely free, yet they form the ultimate defensive baseline for your personal wealth this season. If this guide has provided you with clarity today, please take a moment to hit the like button, share this video with your former colleagues, neighbors, or friends who are currently navigating their state pension choices, and subscribe to the channel right now with notifications turned on. Ensuring our community stays protected from administrative penalties is our shared mission. In the next video, I'm going to walk you through an urgent investigation into the strict qualifying rules for the winter fuel payment. As the Department for Work and Pensions enforces strict means testing, thousands who are just a few pounds over the benefit thresholds are being left completely exposed to soaring energy costs. I will show you the exact legal steps to check if your current income calculation opens a backdoor to eligibility before the vital September qualifying week. You will not want to miss that critical brief. Thank you for watching. Stay vigilant with your official correspondence. Drive safely if you are out on the roads this summer, and I will see you in the next financial update.